Let's move into a time of talking about the tropics. All right, so the National Hurricane Center, we have a new invest right there. The X marks the spot. Your red shaded area marks the spots where the Hurricane Center would watch for potential development. We are very confident that over the next week, and that's pretty aggressive, and that's pretty far out, over the next week we will have at least a tropical storm, and most likely we will have, or a tropical depression, and most likely we would have tropical storm Gabrielle. But even over the next 48 hours, it's possible, and really it's looking like more and more likely this weekend we will have tropical storm Gabrielle that will have formed. So that's the area to watch. A couple of computer model comparisons that we're going to run out today is the 4th, 904 day. Happy 904 day, by the way. Let's go 5 days out to the 9th. All right, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're talking getting to Monday, Tuesday. Those circles there would represent an area of low pressure, both those global models, the American and the Euro, showing that potential for development. But even to September 11th would still be around the Lesser Antilles. You've got to go towards the 13th, 14th, so 10 days from today. You're talking about not this weekend, next weekend before any potential development would be a beam of Puerto Rico. So the long and the short of that is we have got a lot of time to think about this, and a computer model runs with the spaghetti look. I want to show you this consistency that something would be developing near the Lesser Antilles, approaching the Caribbean, but that ends. The other part of the reason I want to show you the spaghetti model plots is more timing as well. I mean, we're talking about Wednesday, 6 days out, and it's still way out there. A storm that far out in the Atlantic gives us 10 to 14 days to really look at. It is moving into an area with very warm sea surface temperatures, certainly. We're going to watch the condition of our Bermuda high, perhaps retrograding back to the east, and that would allow for some steering to the north, but so much has to happen. We've also been blessed with a bunch of kind of unseasonable fronts coming through our area. May also help us 10 to 14 days away from now with this particular area to watch, which is nothing yet. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tropical storms we've had already this season, and boom, a Category 5. So that's been the season so far, and again, showing you Gabrielle would be the next system, and rapidly getting closer and closer. Today's, I mentioned 904 day, we're at December 4th. There we are. We are here, like the map at the mall. Where's the Cinnabon? The Cinnabon's there. Where's Lulu's here? And there we are at September 4th, getting closer and closer to that peak. But don't let just because we're at the peak, we have the falling action, but a lot of action has and continues to happen even in the months late September into October. We've seen it with in the past. Just in the last year, all right? So we know that it can happen later on in the season. So we stay vigilant, we stay prepared. So the big weather impact when it comes to our tropics, still lots of time to watch this particular invest. Plenty of warm sea surface temperatures, which I showed you on that map. Models have been consistent. If nothing else, they have been consistent in a storm developing. So we will watch that for the weekend. And of course, we mentioned the peak of the hurricane season is the 10th of September, right? As this system may begin to develop.